Hi, I'm Tracy Minnoch Nuku, co-founder of Fitness Malaysia and founder of Sexy Aging Podcast. I can feel the excitement building around the world as fitness clubs and boutiques prepare to reopen. As vaccines go in and COVID goes out, clubs will start to communicate their reopening or in some cases reopening strategies to their customer base. The messages around safety and hygiene won't change. It's one thing that needs to remain to ensure that our trainers and our clients feel safe and well taken care of while they're working and working out. Reopening messages around limitations on numbers in studios, mask wearing, social distancing and wiping down of equipment will be with us for a while longer, but I can assure you that the excitement to come back to studio, even if they can't do the high fives or the hugs, well, it won't stop people from checking in and coming in for their workout, even if they are a little bit further apart. So I want to share some top tips for you to take into consideration as you prepare to reopen your cycle studio. Adhering to the guidelines and the standard operation procedures are essential. What's more important is to make sure that your team fully understand what that means and are executing on a daily basis, and that you are completely open and transparent with your communication, both to your trainer team and your staff and to your clients. Everybody must understand why we are doing what we're doing, and that the essential overriding message is that we are keeping people safe so that we can continue to open our studio every day. Market the studio changes so that your clients understand exactly what they can expect before they show up and there's no surprises. Turn those messages into a social media pop quiz so you can ascertain how much they understand and also get a little bit of data to see how engaged they are before they decide that they're going to book in for classes. Consider reducing your class times by just 5 minutes. It will give you a little bit more bandwidth to clean up. If you communicate this effectively to your clients, the why we are reducing the class time by just 5 minutes, they'll be fine with that. Everybody wants to come in for their workout and they're happy to help out. If you have a proprietary program, then just make some minor adjustments so that there is still the intensity that they would normally expect from, say, a 45-minute class, and they're getting 40 minutes. Once again, effective communication, people will have no problems with that. Cycle studios and boutiques are well known for their customer engagement, not just in the studio, but outside the four walls as well. A pandemic is no reason to switch off from your client base, even if your studio was closed and you do plan to reopen. If anything, it's a way to keep the relationship flourishing. As you prepare to reopen, you want to remind your customer base of why they came to you in the very first place. Put together a reel of amazing photos, parties, themes, images, testimonies from your client base. Build up on the vibes and the feel to remind them why they need to come back. How about starting a countdown challenge for reopening day and have your client base send you an emoji that best represents the emotion they're feeling about coming back. And get ready to be creative. I mean, who doesn't love a theme class, right? But dive into the themes of adversity, of strength and togetherness. And it really does create the vibe that people have been missing. By having an attendance challenge, you'll be able to track, monitor and predict how many people will be coming to classes. And that will be so much easier when you want to add more classes on the schedule. Now is a really good time to integrate and use technology to track performance in your cycle classes. For studios that will continue to offer online classes, then combining performance both in studio and online ensures a full integration of engagement for the customer. Another great use of technology is to create team challenges. So allow your customer base to form their own teams, for example, teams of 4, and all their stats, including attendance, calorie burn, miles ridden, accumulates to create a competition within the club. With all the social distancing between the bikes, now could be a really good time to consider some hybrid ride classes. So you could have ride HIIT or you could have ride yoga. So start with the ride and then add a little bit of HIIT, or ride and a little bit of yoga. And then you can maximize the empty spaces where the other bikes used to be. If you do have access to an outdoor, perhaps even covered area where you could have the bikes that can't fit into the studio, then there's an opportunity to run cycle classes outside of the club as well as inside of the club, particularly if you're finding it challenging to accommodate all of your client base that has come back. I mean, that's the ideal picture, right? While the concept of reopening is exciting as Christmas, we can't negate the financial impact that has been caused to fitness clubs and boutique cycle studios alike. We can expect that the number of classes on the schedule would be reduced until we can fill those classes to capacity and the demand rises. And this affects the number of classes that clubs can offer trainers. So my advice would be, if trainers have been able to offer an online program for their clients, that they would retain some of the more profitable online classes while waiting for their in-studio classes to come back on the schedule. The question we might consider is, will the trainers come back to teach in studio? Now, I can personally tell you that after a 3-month lockdown, I was fortunate enough to have 6 glorious months of teaching live classes. Yes, there was social distancing. Yes, there was a lot of cleaning up, but every single class was a pleasure and we knew how lucky we were. So I know that the trainers out there will just be hanging out to teach their classes again. It has been quite a freaking roller coaster. But I can assure you that humans crave that contact. They want to be in the room with other people that want to work as hard as they do. They want to share sweat. They want the high fives back. But more importantly, they want the experience. They want to be with the trainer. They want the lights and they want the music. I'm here in New Zealand and that's happening today. It's going to be happening for you guys really soon. And I cannot wait to see the videos, the posts, the photos again, and the joy of what we bring to the group fitness studio through cycling.